Hello, my name is Jose Manuel Martinez, and in this video I'm going to talk about our TOEFL integrated activity. So I'm going to introduce our team members and also our work. So basically our team members are Santiago Miguel Borja and Diego Enrique Monjartiaga and me. To do this work we need a lot of organization and also a lot of effort. We do this work with what we learn in this period of TOEFL and all the language skills we know. I do the essay and Diego Enrique Monge will do the speaking and also Miguel Borja. So hope you like it.
Hi teacher, my name is Diego Monge and I will present the Lost Gold. The whole story of the Lost Gold turns around in a battle in a little bighorn, or most known as the Coster Last Stands. The topic explains itself as we can look, because they lose a package of gold and they need to deliver that package to the right place. And now the gold disappeared, and no one really knows where the gold went after the battle. After this, we can know that the family has like 5 companies, and there are 248 workers. That's a big detail, because we can take a look about the amount of people that could be. And the story also tells us that there are two missions. One of them was to move the gold to heal longworth in a company of Bismarck in North Dakota, and the second one was to move the boat with military supplies to the Coster's commanding officers. They start telling many theories. Also, they start telling that both missions finally met up somewhere, and they were trying to get out of there. They realized that the carrying gold of Bismarck were so difficult, so they led somewhere along the river. Also, to look for the gold was too dangerous, that even they even can't get near for it for about 3 years. That is a lot of time. They went back to the gold, but the company should have to look for the gold was too dangerous, that even they even can't get near for it for about 3 years. That is a lot of time. They went back to the gold, but the company should have the gold and was already out of business. The other people that knew the exact place or the exact place of the gold retired many years ago, and that's a big problem for the ones that are looking at. And until today, the gold is still missing, and no one really knows the exact location. But we need to remember that 2 or 3 people were saying that they know the location of the gold, but we need to remember that this is a rumor, and we don't know if this is true or false. And at the end, this gold is still as a mystery. Thanks for your attention.
Hello, Mr. Pleites. I am Santiago Miguel, doing my part of the integrated activity. I'm going to be doing Speaking A and Speaking B. So let's begin with Speaking A. So the first thing that I have to do is explain the situation that is occurring in the class. So the situation that is occurring in the class is that it is undergoing change. So one of the changes that is occurring in this class is the way that the work is done. So before the change occurred, students had to look at films in the library and then submit a report about these films that they saw. But now, after the change, the students have to sign up every week to watch a film and then go to a discussion session where they have to talk and participate to win the grade. So that is the first change. The second change is the way that the class is being evaluated, or the report. So the way that is evaluated, the way that it was evaluated before the change, it was that you just turned in the report that you did about the film that you watched, and the teacher gave you a grade. But now what you have to do is look at the film, understand it a little, then sign up for a discussion class. You go to the discussion class, and there you have to make sure that you have something to say, and you have to participate in it, because if you don't participate, you will fail the grade. Now, what is the reason of this situation? Like, why is it happening? So the reason for this change is that students were trying to get hold of the films. They were trying to keep the films at the end of the semester. So it was not working for the school and the class, so they decided to change the evaluation. So now I have to explain what the students thought about the report, about the changes, about the grades, about the semester. So so there were two students, the male student and the girl. So I'm gonna start with what the male student thought. So what the male student thought about the reports is that before the change, he only needed to report, and he could do it whenever he wanted, whenever he could, whenever he was available. But now he has to go to a discussion and show up at a specific time that they tell him to. So another opinion that he gives us is about the grades. So he says that he has to make sure that he says something in the discussion session, because if I how I said before, if he doesn't say anything in that discussion session, he will get a bad grade, and that's not what any student wants. And even though he's mad, the female student, the girl, she tells him some good points about, or some good or positive, or the positive side of these changes. So she thinks that the discussions will help to understand the films better. Not only this, but not only understanding the films better, and rather than just making a report. So she thinks that it is better to communicate and talk about the films with other people, rather than writing a report alone without any help or any information or any input from others in your class. So in conclusion, I think that this is a good change, because I do think that the discussion sessions, maybe yes, you do have to go to the specific time that they tell you to, but I do think that the discussion sessions will help you understand better the 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 films that you watch. So I do agree with the girl, because maybe if you're watching the film and let's say you understood it, but then in the discussion session, and there could be a point or an information given by another student about the film, and then you're like, oh wow, I understand it more now, I get more points about it, I get more information about it. So I do agree with the girl here, because she does make a really good point, and I think it would be better the discussion session. So thank you very much. The main argument that they both talk about is how to attract customers to brands of new companies, and how to raise awareness of the new products. So now I'm going to answer the question, how does the listening passage cast doubt about the information given in the reading passage? So the first point made by the reading passage is for websites, a recommendation for companies to put their deals on websites, their online websites. So they say that the website called Daily Deals attracts people to see the deals and the products. But the bad thing about that is that the customers do not feel or see the quality online. So you never know if the customers are going to like it or not. So your company has to be careful on that aspect, because in a website you are not sure about the quality. So not only that, but also in the listening passage, it is said that the Daily Deals website only attracts people who only make a purchase when they think they are getting a good price. So the bad thing about this is that you don't know if people are buying your product because of how good it looks and the quality, or just because it is a good price. So you never know if your customers think that it is only because it is a good price they're gonna buy it. So you don't know if they think that it is bad quality. You don't know. So that's a bad thing about it. The second point made in the reading passage says that people who see your good discounts offers may share it through social media with their friends, which does attract more people. But you never know if they like it or not. Like, you never know if this person who is sharing it to their friends is sharing for them not to buy it because it's bad quality and the price is not worth it, or it's not reliable, or if they are texting or sharing, hey, you should buy this because it's really good. So that is what the listening passage states. The listening passage says that a company has to be careful about what kind of awareness it generates. When it is on a discount, it could be because the product is unreliable and it's in a bad quality. So yes, the website does attract more people, but you never know if these people are gonna say this is bad quality and that's why it's on a discount. So you gotta be careful, because you don't know what people are sharing in social media about your product. It could be bad. And also, if people think that it is unreliable and bad quality because it is on a discount. And third, the third point that the reading passage states is that just because more people see that the third point that it makes is that it says that people see the discounts, and the companies think that the discounts are going to be remembered and remembered forever for when the people do their next purchases. But the listening passage states that this is not true. It is said that the deals that are made before are not always remembered after. So when a company has received free publicity, it does not really mean that it will always be remembered by the clients. So it does not mean that your company and product will be remembered. So it does not guarantee for reporters and more people to raise awareness just because people see your discounts. Because if people see your discounts and they do not like the quality, or they do not like how reliable it is, then they're gonna be telling their friends, this is not good, don't buy this, etc. So that is how the listening passage makes us cast doubt about the reading passage information, because it tells us information on every point that the reading passage makes. The listening passage tells us why this could be a bad move for companies to raise awareness of their products. Thank you very much.